go ahead and get into our compensation plan here. And I have to say, for those of you who have not heard me share this before, my background has been 25 years in this industry. And in 25 years, I have had the privilege to learn a lot about compensation plans. I've even consulted companies on the design of their compensation plans. I've designed many compensation plans myself, as well as for my own companies. And I got to tell you, there are some that are better than others. And I'm going to share with you why, as we go along here, I fell in love with the PMInternational compensation plan, why it makes so much sense, and why so many people around the world continue to create significant incomes and recurring incomes from this plan. Now, a lot of people ask me, well, what kind of plan is it? What do you call it? Is it a binary? Is it a matrix? Is it a unilevel? Is it a hybrid? You know, is it a stair step? I think the best way to describe this plan is it's a differential plan on steroids. And I know that's probably not a good analogy, especially being a health and wellness company and having all natural products here. But it is a plan that really allows you to create some significant opportunities for yourself and income for yourself. So let's jump into it. I'm going to break it down. Follow along here. The first slide I want to take you to is just a breakdown of the different ways that you are rewarded with our plan. Of course, you can go out, share our products as we encourage you, and many people do, with customers, and you can earn up to 40% retail profit. We'll go through that. When customers order directly off your website, you can earn up to 30% profit. Now, if you are producing over 2,500 points worth of business, and remember here, folks, points are based on the retail value of the product. So if we have a product, let's say, that retails or suggested retail, let's say for $100, and the points are $100, when you receive, let's say, your 40% discount, and it may cost you $60 to get the product, and you're selling it for $100, so you're putting $40 in your pocket, the points are still 100 points. So when we talk about points, remember your points are based on retail pricing. So to achieve retail, an additional bonus, a retail bonus that we call top retailer bonus of 3%, well, when you have 2,500 points in a calendar month, that's a combination of your purchases and your customers, we're going to give you another 3% rebate back that you'll earn in commission. If you go over 5,000 points in personal volume, that's, again, you and your customers in a calendar month, you're going to receive a 5% bonus on top of the commissions you've already earned. Now, here you see wholesale/auto ship. Now, anyone who wants to purchase their product regularly each and every month, and you order 100 points worth of product in a month, you're going to receive an additional 10% discount. And I'll explain that too a little bit as we go along here. But that's just an incentive because you went on a recurring order, you're going to receive an additional discount on your purchases. Pool bonuses we're going to go over tonight. This is where you can earn $60 to $120 every time an ultimate pack is purchased. We're going to talk about manager overrides where you earn 10% off your team partners. We'll explain that. 6 generations of royalties. When I really understood this, when I first actually looked at it, I thought the company was talking about levels, but this is actually generations. So you're going to get pretty excited when you see this. Management bonus and top management bonuses, you're going to be able to receive up to 2% all the way up to 21%. Fast achievement bonuses we're going to talk about up to $9,500 your very first year in additional bonuses. We have our BMW Worldwide Car Bonus Program where you're going to receive or can receive up to $2,000 a month towards your car. So that's pretty awesome. We have a retirement program that I'm going to talk a little bit about tonight where we actually will match up to $800 per month when you make a contribution. Talk about leverage we've got so much leverage in this compensation plan. And then we'll talk a little bit about travel incentives, rewards, and recognition. So let's jump right into it. How do you get started? Well, I think everybody on this call knows how to do that. For $99, you purchase a demo starter pack and become a team partner. Now, I'm not here to sell you on that. You already know the value. You get over $194 worth of retail value. You get 2 of our top-selling products, Activise and Ultimate Young. That's over $100 right there in product value. And you get your carry bag, your cups, your water bottle, and your marketing material to get started. So that's how you get started with PM International. As a team partner now, because that's basically what you become a team partner, you're going to receive a 20% discount off all your personal purchases, as well as a 20% profit off all your customers' purchases. Now, if you want to increase that, you can purchase your products on an auto ship, receive a 10% discount, and then when you resell your products to your customers, there you have a 30% profit already from your customer orders. So as a team partner, you can actually earn anywhere from 20 to 30% profit from your customers, and you can also earn top retailer bonuses of 3 to 5% and participate in the pool bonuses where you can earn $60 each time an ultimate pack of product is purchased. Now, you can earn an example here before I get into manager bonuses. So let's just use an example here. Here in this illustration, you have 5 customers and 2 people you introduced into the business with pool packs. And let's say it took you a month to do this. You could do this in a week. You could do it 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But let's just say a month. And let's say they purchased the Ultimate Young, our top-selling beauty line product, instant facelift in 3 minutes. Well, as a team partner with the 30% profit, you're making about $35 a bottle. So add that up, 5 times 35, that's about $175. And then you have 2 team partners that purchase pool packs that join, so you're getting $60 off each one of those. There you have it. There's an extra $295 that you just put in your pocket to get things kicked off in that example. But let's talk about making more money. Let's take it to the next level. Let's become a manager. How do you become a manager with PM International? It's simple. Accumulate 1,500 points within a calendar month from your personal sales, your retail sales, your direct customer sales, your pool partner sales, and your downline sales. Now, those all count, and combined, when you have 1,500 points in the calendar month, then you are going to become a manager or qualify for manager the next month. Here you see an example where you joined, you purchased $200 worth of product, you introduced 2 people with an ultimate pack. They bought the demo starter pack and purchased a pack of product, which we'll call a pool pack or ultimate pack. So you see 2 of those. And then you have another person who signed up and purchased $300 worth of points, which again, these are points of product. So, I mean, if we were looking at $300 in points, that's probably about $260 in actual dollars. But either way, here, if you add these up, your 200, the 300, the 500, and the 500, that's 1,500 points. You become a manager the very next month. Now, here's a faster way people can do it. And a lot of people are taking advantage of this. This is where you can join the business, purchase your demo starter pack, and purchase the optional ultimate pack / pool pack. Now, that's a combination of product that we've put together that you have the ability to purchase when you sign up. So in this example, if you join PM International, purchase your ultimate packet sign up, and find 2 other people who do the same thing, well, each pack has 500 points assigned to it. So 500 for yours and 500 for the 2 you introduced. Now, it doesn't have to be 2. You could introduce someone who introduces someone. You could have 1,000 points yourself, counting your customers. You're just looking, again, for 1,500 points. But the quickest way here would be you joining with your pool pack and enrolling 2 people with pool packs. The benefit of this is for each pool pack as a team partner that you enroll and is purchased, you're going to get this $60 pool bonus on top of your commissions that you may be earning through your retail sales. So keep that in mind. That's another advantage of introducing folks in. Not only can you get to manager faster, but you can also earn the pool bonuses. Whatever way you're comfortable with, that's all we care about. Now, as a manager, what do you get? Well, as a manager, you're going to receive now a 30% profit or discount. So when you buy your products, if you purchased $100 worth of products, it would be for $70 now that you would get them for. And if you sold $100 worth of products to your customers and you earn a 30% profit, then you'd make $30. But you also have the same opportunity you did as a team partner. You can receive a 10% discount if you're purchasing your products on auto ship. So if you take your 10% and your 30 and combine it, you can earn up to 40% profit on your customers' purchases, as well as a 40% discount on your purchases. So that's pretty darn good. So here's something too that we're going to go into. As a manager now, you have a chance to earn a 10% profit off all your team partners' purchases and their customers. I'll show you that. You can earn additionally the top retailer bonuses, just like you did as a team partner. You can earn pool bonuses of $60 and $120. So at manager now, not only are you able to earn $60 that team partners did, but it's doubled to $120, and you can earn the $60 from other pool packs that are purchased in your organization, and I'll show you that. That's pretty powerful. You can also earn up to 6 generations of royalties that I'm going to show you. So let's get into that, all right? But before we do, let me show you the retail very quickly. I like this example. Let's say you go out, and I'll use the Ultimate Young again, and you share the product, and you sell 8 bottles this month. Let's say an average of 2 a week. Well, your retail profit would be about $43 and change per bottle. That means you'd make an extra $346 and some change just from sharing 2 bottles of the Ultimate Young a week. Not bad, because as you guys know, all of us could use an extra $300. Now, example 2 shows if you sold 3 bottles a week. So that's 12 a month, 3 a week. Well, then your earnings would bump up to over $500. Not a bad time, part-time income right there. Okay, now let's talk about manager override income. If you see here, we've already talked about team partner and your 20% discount. We've already talked about manager and your 30% discount. And you can add the auto ship count onto that. So there your 20 turns to 30 and your 30 turns into 40 at manager. But now we're going to focus on the difference between 30% as a manager and 20% as a team partner. So everybody you introduce to PMInternational that joins for the $99 and is a team partner, when they make purchases and their customers make purchases, you're going to earn 10% off the dollars of that purchase. So if it's a $100 purchase, 10% is $10. So let's look at the example here. Let's say that you have 5 people that you've introduced to the business. That here, the first one's a team partner. Their team with their customers did $700 in business. You earn $70. The second team did $1,100 in business this month. You earned $110. Now, here in the middle, I'm going to explain this later, but this is someone who joined as a team partner and also purchased the pool pack. Okay, so I'm going to come back to this. We're going to focus on team partners. Again, here's $980 worth of purchases by this team partner and their customers. You receive $98. And again, another team partner with $1,300 in team purchases and customers, and you earn $130. Combined in this example, you've made $400 just in team partner or manager overrides. That's the difference between this 30% here and the team partner 20% here. Pretty simple. Become a manager, earn the difference here, 10% of all the purchases being done by your team partners and their customers. Great way to get some additional income. Here's an example of taking that same example, customers. Here, if you had 5 customers and 5 people you introduced to the business, whether it be in a week, a half a month, whenever this happens here, you can see the example. Your 40% profit on the 5 customers with the Ultimate Youngs over $43. So you have $216 and some change in retail profits. But your pool pack bonuses jump up to $120 as a manager, whereas a team partner, it was $60. So now you have $600 in pool pack bonuses. Combined, you have $816 and some change. So 5 customers and 5 people you introduced to the business. There's an example. Of course, that doesn't count any other ways that you could be getting paid. Now, I want to talk about pool bonuses because a lot of people get excited about these pool bonuses. Again, I mentioned here, you're a manager now. As a manager, you're going to get that $120 every time you enroll someone in the business with a demos pack who purchases an ultimate pack. Now, the ultimate packs, just for those of you that are wondering, range somewhere between $481 and $500 in actual dollars, but each one carries 500 points. And it's a combination of products we put together, so when people start the business, when new team partners join, they have the option to purchase more product than what comes in their demo starter pack so that they can consume it with their family, they can sample and demo it out, and they have product on hand that they can begin to sell and make money immediately. So that's what the ultimate pool pack is. That's what this is. Every time someone joins and purchases one, when you're a manager, you get $120. But let's say this new person right here, you signed somebody else up. So they joined today, enrolled somebody else today, and you're a manager already. In this example, you're getting the $120 on the first person you enrolled. This person just enrolled this one, so they're going to get the $60, but you're also going to get $60. So that's why you see the 60 here. Now let's duplicate that one more time. Let's say this person enrolls someone tomorrow. Well, they're going to get their $60 pool bonus from that enrollment of that purchase of that pool pack, and you're going to get the $60. And this is going to continue down, as you see, to the next manager. If you have a manager in your business already, so here is you at the very top, you're a manager, and you have an active manager right here. Well, when that manager enrolls someone with the demo starter pack and they purchase the ultimate pack, that manager is going to get the 120. And of course, the same thing happens when the person they enrolls someone, that person's going to get the 60 and that manager is going to get the 60. So it goes all the way down. You'll pick up that $60 on these pool packs all the way down to the next manager. If there's a no manager, it goes to infinity. If there's a manager, then that manager starts picking it up. But don't worry, because you're going to get paid a different way now from your managers. And we'll come to that in just a little bit. So let's use an example here. I like to tell people, you know, they always say to me, what's your goal? How many people should I shoot for to introduce to the business? Well, the more the better, of course. But in this example, we have 5. I think that's a great goal. So if you introduce 5 people who purchased the pack this month, and each one of them introduced 1 person who purchased the pool pack, well, that's an extra $900 as a manager in your pocket. Now let's do this example a different way. Let's say you introduce 5 people again with the pool pack. They purchase the pool pack, so you're getting $120 off each one. But they also introduce 5. Each one of them introduces 5 people who purchase the pool pack. Well, in this example, you can see just in pool bonus income alone, you are over $2,000. Now, let's talk about manager generation royalties, because remember I said that you're going to earn commission off the managers that are part of your business. So when someone achieves manager just like you, you're going to earn a royalty off them. So in this example here, you see you're a manager and you have 1 manager on your team. When you have 1 manager on your team, an active manager, and you're an active manager, you can profit from 3 generations here. This is the 3 generations right here of royalties. And the first generation is 5%, the second generation is 3%, and the third is 3%. Now, what do I mean by generation? Well, when I first saw this, before it was explained to me, I looked at this as if it was level. I thought, oh, okay, I get paid 5% off the first level, 3%. That's not true. It's generations. So think of generations like an accordion. You know, when you have an accordion and it's not expanded, that's level. When you expand it, that's generations. See, what we're going to do is the system is going to look in your organization and look for the first manager. And that first manager, first generation. Then it's going to look from there in your business as far down as it needs to go to find the next manager in that line of business. And that could be 5 levels, 10 levels, it just depends. And that's where you'll earn 3% from that point on the generational royalties. Now remember, this is in addition to the other ways you're getting paid. Then that anchor is going to drop again. It's going to look for another manager, and you're going to get another 3%. But what I want to show you here is the 5%. Okay, I'm sorry, the 5 teams right here. You see you as an active manager, but in this example, you see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams of managers. So that means you have 5 different groups that are doing at least 1,500 points in sales in a calendar month. Now, this is really important. I see checks doubling and tripling when people do this, because what happens is you're opening up 6 generations of royalties, no longer 3, 6. So you're going all the way and earning 5, 3, 3, 3, 5, 5 generations of royalties. That could be very significant. So that's the advantage. People say, why do you say 5 teams? Well, I say 5 because you want to pick up this additional 3 generations of royalties. That's significant when you add that to your check. So here's some income examples that I put together to help you understand generation royalties on the 5 generations. Let's say here that you basically have a duplication of 5. So you have 5 on your first people, on your first generation that each have 100 points. You have 25 team partners on the second, 125 on the third, and so on. Now, on these are generations. I shouldn't say levels. So, but in this example, it could be more, but we're just using the duplication here. So on your, if you have this duplication, 5 would get 5, and then 5 would get 5, and so on, and you did that for 6 generations of royalties, well, you can see here the income can be outstanding. This is a monthly income right here. If you did this in a month, this would be your monthly income. I mean, game over, boom, bam, that's big bucks, and that's something to work towards. So that's why I say you really want to work to get these extra 3 generations open, because they can add up very quickly, as you can see here with the numbers. But that's with each person just averaging 100 points. What if each person averaged 500 points? Well, that's insane. That's all I'm going to say. That's an insane amount of money. And we've got some incredible success that's happening throughout the country and proven over the last 20 years. So I wouldn't say it's insane for this to happen. I would say the amount of money potential here is absolutely insane if that's looking at a monthly income. And folks, I got to tell you, we've got some folks around the world that are in this ballpark right here, okay? So it's not impossible, but of course, it's going to take you building a business, and that can happen as fast and dependent on your efforts. So that is generation royalties. Now I want to talk about management bonuses. This is exciting because I want to get into management bonuses and top management bonuses. And remember, in the very beginning, I said this is a differential pay plan. This is what knocks the socks off our pay plan right here, in my opinion. This is what takes us to a whole new level, leaves any competitors behind, because with management and top management bonuses, which I'm going to show you, you can earn up to 21% in just management and top management bonuses. And the way it works is you get a list of where you've achieved and where that sale or purchase is made. Now, we've gone through team partner and manager. The next accomplishment is sales manager right here. Now, how do you get to sales manager? You have 2,500 points in your group in a calendar month. That's probably about $2,100, $2,200 worth of sales, probably, maybe 23, depending on what's being purchased. And you have one manager team. That means somebody that's doing at least 1,500 of those points on their team. At that time, you are now going to earn, on top of everything else you're earning, 2%. So when your managers are now purchasing product, your customers of your managers are purchasing product, same with your team partners, you're going to get an additional 2% off the purchases that are being made. But not only 2%, remember, you're getting that 5% royalty. Remember this royalty here? Well, it's the same thing right here. So you're getting 5% generation royalty, and you're getting a 2% top management bonus. So as a sales manager here, you're making 7% off your first generation manager's team right there. That's pretty awesome. And then if you have a second generation manager in that group, it'll go to 3 plus 2, a third you see here. So just remember, these generation royalties down here, you get paid all the time off your managers. What we're doing is we're adding money to this. We're adding the 2% on top of that. Let me give you another example. Marketing managers, 5,000 points in a month and having 2 manager teams. You're going to get 5% added in management bonuses. So now when a purchase or sale is made at the manager by a manager in your group, you're going to get 5% in addition to the generation royalties, okay? Now, if that sale or purchase is made at a sales manager's level, and let's say you have a sales manager on your team, then that sales manager is going to get the 2% on their team, but you're going to get the difference, which is between 2 and 5 is 3%. Pretty simple. You get the difference of where you're at and it's sold at. So if a purchase is made as a sales manager, you're going to get the difference, 3% plus your generation royalty. If it's made at a manager level, then you're going to get the difference, which is 5% plus the 5% generation royalty. Let's take it to international marketing manager. This is when you have 10,000 points in a calendar month. Remember, these points are your purchases, your customers' purchases, your team partners' purchases. Everyone on your team, basically, their purchases, okay, within the 6 generations here. That's what we're counting and using. 10,000 points and 3 manager teams makes you an international marketing manager. So again, if a purchase or sale is made as in a manager in your group, you're going to get the 9% plus the manager royalty. If the sale is made at a sales manager level in your group, you're going to get the difference between 9 and 2. That's 7% off that book of business. If the purchase is made in a marketing manager's business and you're an international marketing manager, you're going to get the difference, 4%. See why I say differential? Now, it gets even better. These percentages get even better here. Now, these are the top management bonuses. And here you can see they go all the way up to 21% here at Champions League. So I'm going to give you an example here. Your Champions League, you're doing $1 million of business in your team. You're getting 21% off any purchases or sales that are made at the manager level, plus the 5%. So you actually have 26% on the table right there for you to earn. That's awesome. But let's say somebody is at the international marketing manager level. Remember that previous slide? As an international marketing manager, let's say a purchase is made there. Well, they're going to get 9%, right? That's theirs. That's what they get off their team. But you're going to get the difference between the 9 and the 21. So, I mean, you do the math, that's 12% on what's being done on that book of business, plus the 5% down here, and the 3, and the 3, and the 3, and the 5, and the 5. Now, some of you say, what's this down here? What is this max down here? This is the top management bonus. This is showing you that it is paid infinity. Don't even know if I said that right, but it sounds pretty good that way. Infinity. It's paid infinity. So that means you're getting the generational royalties off your managers, and you're getting the 21% in addition to that in these generations, but you're also getting the 21% infinity off your group. Folks, that's insane. That's incredible, and that should get you excited. You know, a friend of mine said, if that doesn't light your fire, your wood's all wet. I mean, this is big time. This is big time. And this is what got me really excited and why I sold my company. I mean, obviously there were many reasons I did, but to be a part of this company, to be a part of what's about to happen here in North America. And as I shared with many of you, it's not if it's going to happen, it's already proven. It's not like we're projecting it's going to happen. It's already happening around the world. They're just going to bring it to North America. We know the products work. We know the company stability over 20 years. We know the plan has been paying out and it's created millionaires around the world. Now it's here for us in a ground floor opportunity format. So let me just review this, and then I'm going to review another way, a couple ways you get paid, and then I'm going to wrap things up here. But again, what you're looking at are the top management bonuses. As you advance going back in this slide here, as you begin the business here as team partner and you advance with the accumulation of purchases and sales by you, your customers, and your group, next level after you get past this international marketing manager, you can see is the next slide. It picks up vice president, executive vice president, president's team, and so on. So you can see as a president's team, I love this. This is a great place to be. That's 100,000 points in your group, and you're earning 18% off what's being done in your business in top management bonuses, in addition to the generation royalties, in addition to the pool bonuses, in addition to the manager override, in addition to your retail income. Okay, this is all in addition. I've broken it down for you all the different ways. So the key is to go out there, build customers, introduce folks to the opportunity. Those volumes are going to accumulate each month. As they do, they're going to advance you, and you're going to earn higher percentages of commission, and you're going to get the difference of where you're at and where that purchase is made. All right. Now, this isn't the best slide, but I think we can get through it here. We also have a fast achievement bonus where we're going to pay you your first year up to $9,500 in bonuses. And it's called a fast achievement bonus, and it's kind of cool. When you join the company, let's say you join today in October, then November is your first full month. If you achieve the IMM level, which is 10,000 points, then we're going to give you a $500 bonus. Let's say you achieve vice president, which is 25,000 points within your first 3 full months, then you're going to get another $1,250 bonus. You achieve executive vice president, which is 50,000 points in your group in a calendar month. You do that within your first full month, you're going to get another $2,500 bonus. And of course, the president's team is $5,000 bonus. That's 100,000 points in a calendar month. Do that within your first year, and you've accumulated $9,500 in bonuses. That's pretty awesome. Again, that's on top of everything. So what else do we have? We have our BMW car incentive program, where I shared with you in the very beginning, over up to $2,000 per month we can pay towards your car. We have our retirement plan, which is $800 a month that will match. We have travel incentives, where basically you can win different promotions, contests, and incentives where you can travel internationally for free. And of course, we have our rewards and recognition program. So in summary, I'll wrap it up here. There's multiple ways that you can earn with PM International, and that's called leverage. It's not just one way. What I like about this plan is it really rewards you for a variety of different activities. It's not just focused like many of those companies where you have to be a recruiting machine. You know, a lot of companies, they really focus on recruiting. And there's some advantages to going out and sponsoring people. Of course, when they make purchases, you're getting paid. When they have customers, you're getting paid. But we wanted to show you a plan here tonight and why PM International is such a successful company. You know, why they're top in the world, why they're #1 in Germany, why they continue to get awards year after year, and why we continue to grow so quickly, and why I'm projecting we'll do over $400 million in sales this year, is because not only do we have the best products in the world, backed by the best science in the world, but we also have a pay plan that is out of this world. Retail income up to 40%, top retailer bonuses up to 5%, discounts 10% on auto ship purchases, pool bonuses up to $120 each time, manager overrides 10%, generation royalties of 5, 3, 3, 3, I think it's 5, I mean, I got to go back and look at them again, but 6 generations of royalties, management bonuses, top management bonuses up to 21%, added to that, added to the generation royalties. fast achievement bonus, car bonuses, retirement program, travel incentives, rewards, and recognition. What an incredible plan. So you can kind of get an idea why we're doing as well as we're doing, and we haven't even made official announcements yet. January 2016, we're going to be shaking the flags, you know, shouting from the rooftops, you know, party balloons, you name it, press releases. We're going to let people know we're ready, and you've got a great opportunity right now to get yourself in a position, if this was a marathon, you know, to have a 10-mile head start. Folks, I just got to say this when I look at this, and I'm wrapping up. You know my background's with United Parcel Service. I've been in the industry 25 years, but prior to that, I was in management with UPS. And you guys know that in the days we were told, work for a great company, work 20 years, get a retirement. I mean, those days are long gone, long gone. I'm telling you, go out and put the work in here. Make the effort. I don't care if it's part-time, full-time. It's whatever works for you. But compound those efforts over time and start watching this marketing plan work for you. Start incorporating leverage and see what happens to you and the financial rewards that you get. It will be life-changing, not just for you, but the people you share it with. So with that, that's our training call tonight. I hope everybody got something out of it. I'm even more excited than when I started every time we talk about this. We've got 2 days left in the month to wrap up the month, so go for it. Earn those promotions, earn that trip to Luxembourg, get those discounts, get as much money in your October commission statement as you can earn. And with that, you guys have a wonderful night, and we'll see you on our next call, which will be our opportunity call next Tuesday. Okay, good night, everybody.